First, a quick housekeeping announcement. Facebook is not showing this group to most of the members when I post things here. They're not all being shown to everybody. So if you ever see anything posted here and you find it helpful, please comment or share or do something so that other people can see it. I would appreciate that so much. I am answering your pre-submitted questions about hormones today. Hormones are one of several factors that absolutely impact your ability to get healthy and to lose weight. So we're just going to run through these questions. I am partnering with Kiora to bring this information to you. So I don't get anything if you click the link, but I am partnering with them to present this information. I'm working with them, just so you know, full disclosure. So everything that is technically an ad, but take the quiz. It's totally free. So I'm going to answer your hormone questions now. And we have some great questions that were submitted about the plan and staying on plan that we'll be tackling in the next week. So the first question I got is, what exactly is perimenopause? And that's a really good question. I also had several people write in and say, when does perimenopause start? So perimenopause is the transition phase before menopause. It's kind of like reverse puberty, I guess is one way to look at it. It can start as early as your mid-30s, but most commonly starts in your 40s. I started noticing some symptoms that I did not connect at all to perimenopause in my late 30s. About 38 years old, sleep disruptions, things like that. And it lasts anywhere from a few years to over a decade. So during this time period of perimenopause, your hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone, start to fluctuate pretty wildly. And that's what causes a lot of the symptoms that we're talking about. The next question I got was how to know if you are in perimenopause. So that's a great question because it can sneak up on you. I did not know. So you can see your doctor, but I can just tell you some of the most common signs in that. And of course, nothing I say today is to be taken as a diagnosis or medical advice. Please see your doctor with questions. But the most common signs can include irregular periods. They could be shorter, longer, skipped, heavier, all of that. PMS getting worse, sleep disturbances. That was really the only thing I had for a very long time. Mood swings or anxiety, night sweats or hot flashes, weight gain around the middle. If you're in your late 30s to 40s and you're just feeling kind of off, which is the way I described it, perimenopause could be the reason, even if you're still having regular cycles. This cracked me up. Somebody said, why do I feel like a totally different person? I can relate to that too. Hormones affect everything, your mood, memory, motivation, metabolism. During perimenopause, estrogen and progesterone can fluctuate daily. Cortisol, your stress hormone, tends to spike more easily. And insulin resistance can increase, which makes weight loss more difficult. So you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that your body is recalibrating. The next question I got was, what's happening with my sleep? And I related to that so much. If you're waking up at 2 to 3 a.m. for no reason, you're not alone. And just one potential cause of that is progesterone. As progesterone declines, it impacts your GABA levels, which GABA is basically a calming neurotransmitter that your body makes, and lower estrogen levels can reduce melatonin production. So when those two things are happening together, that may disrupt your sleep cycle. That's what was happening to me. If you eventually get night sweats, which I did the week of my 40th birthday, I think. No, 42nd birthday. It was this year. I already had the sleep disturbances after I turned 42, which is when I decided it was time to get on Kiora. It was like a perfect storm of bad sleep. So when I was not sleeping well, my body did not want to release weight. So for me, getting the sleep dialed in was key. Why is it so hard to lose weight now? I hear you on that. So your body becomes more sensitive to stress and less responsive to over exercising or maybe extreme dieting and things like that. So during perimenopause, your body needs hormone friendly strategies like balanced blood sugar, workouts that will preserve your muscle, and stress reduction. Those are all things that Trim Healthy Mama, especially in the Trim Healthy Wisdom book, promotes and can be super helpful. And what can you do naturally to feel better? There's a lot. So start with your daily rhythm. Start with supporting your gut. Helps process excess estrogen. So it's really important to do that, especially the 10 gut health gifts in Trim Healthy Wisdom. That's a great way to do it. Walk outside every day to support your cortisol and your circadian rhythm. Lift weights 2 to 3 times a week to preserve muscle and metabolism. Prioritize sleep. Even if it's not perfect, just aim for being consistent and balance your blood sugar. Stay on plan. Get those protein rich meals in. And somebody asked, should they consider hormone therapy? So, bioidentical hormone therapy is the only thing I would consider. And I was very hesitant to do it for a long time. It's life changing for some women, especially for me, for mood, sleep, quality of life. It has helped a ton. It's not a magic pill, may not be for every single person, but it's a very helpful tool in the right context. It does, I believe, work best when you're combining it with your other healthy habits like eating on plan. When you're under medical supervision, like you have with Kiora's program, it's important. So, the next question, how can I tell if my symptoms are hormonal versus something else? So, I recommend taking their quiz, but you could have something that looks like perimenopause or menopause that's something else. You also could have perimenopause or menopause symptoms that you think are something else, but it's actually those. Like it goes, I think I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. You may have a medical issue that needs attention and you might chalk it up to perimenopause or menopause, or you may just have perimenopause or menopause and that's it. So for me, what I did was with my sleep, I saw a doctor, tried to treat it with my natural doctor, my naturopath. I always was getting fatigued before my cycle. I was getting headaches mid-cycle. Those were kind of clues, but again, I'm not diagnosing anybody. It was really, for me, trial and error. Nothing he was giving me was really helping anymore. And that's when I decided to try bioidentical hormones. If you ever, by the way, have symptoms that are super intense or out of the blue, it's always good to check with your doctor to rule other things out. So the next question is, do I have to feel, she said, crappy forever? Not at all. This is a season. It's not a sentence that you have for the rest of your life. So if you have the right tools like food and movement and mindset, medical support when you need it, I really believe you can feel like yourself again. You don't have to just like white knuckle your way through everything. There are ways to support your body through this transition. And with a lot of the clients I have for Trim Healthy Mama, where I'm coaching them to their goal, we find that hormone support is helpful, absolutely helpful. For some people, they're not quite there yet, and that's okay. Taking the quiz is a great way to kind of figure out if, okay, am I having hormone symptoms? If you are, Trim Healthy Mama will show you the things that they think will help you. I'm sorry, Kiora will. If you're not, then there's nothing there that can help you. So it might be if you take the quiz and nothing comes up as, a potential hormone thing, or they don't have any recommendations, I would just go to the doctor. But you may want to go to the doctor anyway. Depending on the symptoms you're having, I certainly recommend going to the doctor anything something's unusual. But whether you're navigating symptoms or just wanting to be proactive, it's definitely worth looking into. Perimenopause does not mean you're broken. Your body's just shifting. And I don't like the period of time that I was just guessing my way through it was not worth it to me. I don't think it's worth it for anyone. It's worth it to get it checked out and take the quiz to find out what you need. So those are just my 2 cents on hormones, my answer to those questions. We will have a live stream about Trim Healthy Mama questions coming up very soon. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.